Welcome back to another video by 12th Istik. In this video, we will be discussing about Organization of Commerce and Management, chapter number 4, Business Services. In my previous video, we have already covered about transportation. But in this video, we will be discussing about the warehousing, which is on page number 78 of your textbook. So, let us begin. Warehousing. Meaning of warehousing. Warehousing refers to storage of goods and consists of all those activities which are connected with storage and preserving of goods. So, warehouse is a place where all the extra goods are being stored. So, the storage of goods, the place where it is being stored is called as a warehouse. So, for example, if we see the Parle-G factory which has been there in Ville Parle, also that biscuit of factory or that cars also, bike also, या फिर food grains we have. So all these, each and every food items, each and every product has a warehouse. So that is called as a warehouse. That is, a warehouse is, it is a place where extra goods and where extra goods are being kept, where extra materials are being kept for preserving. It means it is a means of storing the goods. Warehousing can be defined as a group of activities connected with storing and preserving of stored goods from the time of production till the time of consumption. So this definition of warehousing is very important. We take for example the grocery items. So all the grocery items, for example, if we say rice is being kept in the warehouse if it is as a plenty. If there is plenty of rice, few kgs of rice can be kept in the warehouse. So the quantity that it has been kept in the warehouse, it depends how the consumers need, how is the demand in the market. So it is being kept from the time of production till there is a need to get that product out from the warehouse. So that is the time of consumption. Definition: a warehouse is defined as an establishment for storage or accumulation of goods. So a warehouse, it means that it is a place where we can store all the goods. We can keep all the excess of goods in a place. So that is a warehouse. Functions of warehouse. Now there are various functions of warehouse, that is storage, price stabilization, risk bearing, financing, grading and packing, transportation, time and place utility, and processing. So we go on with the first function of warehouse, that is storage. Now the meaning of storage is to store something. So this is the basic function of warehousing, to store any goods, to keep a goods in a warehouse. So that is the basic function. So to store anything, any product is the main and the basic function of warehousing. Surplus commodities which are not needed immediately can be stored in the warehouse. So the excess, the surplus means the excess, the addition resources that is not being needed in the market as of now, it is being kept in a storehouse. For example, even our home, it has a certain corner or it has a storeroom where we dumped all the unnecessary items that we don't want. So that is called as a storehouse. They can be supplied as and when the need of the customer arise. So as and when the customer's demand, depending on the customer's demand and the supply of the market, those items can be brought from the storehouse. The second function is price stabilization. Warehousing plays a very important role in the process of price stabilization. So it is only the function of warehouse who stabilize the price. Stabilize means who equalize the prices in the market. It is achieved by the creation of time utility by warehousing. In warehouses, usually large stock of goods is kept. So naturally in warehouse where there is excess of goods, it is being stored, that is there is a large storage of goods, of food grains, of car, or maybe of some materials, of vessels, etc. So large quantities of goods are being kept reserved in the storehouse, and only when the need arises it is being taken. Whenever there is shortage in the market, goods can be immediately supplied from warehouse, which helps in price stabilization to avoid risk in price due to demand and supply differences. So in order to eliminate the demand and the supply chain, the goods are being brought from the warehouse to the consumer. So then there is a balance between the supply and also the demand, in order to prevent the price from hiking, or in order to prevent the price from increasing. The third function is risk bearing. Now what are all the risks, what are all the difficulties, or what are all the risks in warehousing? So risk bearing, when the goods are stored in the warehouses, they are exposed to many risks in the form of theft, deterioration, fire, etc. So naturally if there is a big warehouse and if all the goods are being kept in the warehouse, there is a risk factor of theft, of robbers, चोरी होने का risk होता है, या फिर warehouse को कभी कभी आग लग जाती है. We see in the news that this warehouse is being burned, this company set on fire. So there is a risk of fire as well. Warehouse are constructed in such a way that they minimize these risks. सो वेयर हाउस जो होते हैं वो ऐसे एक स्ट्रक्चर में बनाए जाते हैं कि थेफ्ट का भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा, आग लगने का भी उधर प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा. अ वेयर हाउस कीपर हैज़ टू टेक द रीजनेबल केयर ऑफ द गुड्स एंड सेफगार्ड देम अगेंस्ट द वेरियस रिस्क. तो हर एक वेयर हाउस का एक कीपर होता है, विच इज़ कॉल्ड एज द वेयर हाउस कीपर. सो ही हैज़ टू कीप अ लुक ओवर द सेफ्टी ऑफ द वेयर हाउस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम लोग के बिल्डिंग में भी देर आर वॉचमैन हु कीप अ लुक, who protects us also from any theft or from any other difficulty. So similarly warehouse का भी एक monitor we can say होता है, that is called as the warehouse keeper. So he will protect the warehouse in its own way. For any loss or damage sustained by goods, warehouse keeper shall be liable to the owner of the goods. So if there is any loss of goods, then it is the responsibility of the warehouse keeper. The fourth point is financing. Financing is money, which is very important in warehousing. Loans can be raised from the warehouse keeper or from financial institution against the goods stored by the owner. So if there are any goods that is being stored, loan can be raised out of them. हम लोग वो कीपर जो है वो लोग loans ले सकते हैं from various financial institutions. Good act as a security for the warehouse keeper or for financial institution. In this manner, warehousing act as a source of finance for the businessmen for meeting business operations. तो अगर if there is any money which is being needed in the business also, then warehousing, it can be a source for granting the loans, for taking loans or money. Now the fifth point is grading and packing. Warehouses nowadays provide the facility of packaging, processing and grading of goods. तो अभी के जो warehouse है, जो recent के warehouse है, वो लोग एक एडिशनल फैसिलिटीज़ दे प्रोवाइड, दैट इज़ द पैकेजिंग ऑफ द गुड्स पैक करते हैं, दे प्रोसेस इट ऑल्सो. गुड्स कैन बी पैक्ड इन कन्वीनियंट साइजेस एज पर द इंस्ट्रक्शंस ऑफ द ओनर. सो जो ओनर इंस्ट्रक्शंस देंगे वेयर हाउस कीपर को, अकॉर्डिंगली गुड्स वो साइज़ का पैक हो जाएगा, वो पार्सल में पैक हो जाएगा. इफ़ it is a glass warehouse, फिर proper care should be taken, fragile should be written on the box, handle with care should be written on the box. So proper care is to be taken by the warehouse keeper according to the instruction of the owner of the warehouse. The sixth point is transportation. Warehouses can provide transportation facility to bulk depositor. It collects goods from the place of production and also sends to the place of delivery on request of the owner. So transportation मतलब to move the good from one place to another. warehouse से good लेने का और जहाँ पे demand है वहाँ पे deliver करने का. So that is called as a transportation. So for example, if there is a car warehouse in Virar और वो कार अंधेरी को डिलीवर करना है, so the transportation takes place of all of this. Then the seventh point is time and place utility. Warehouse creates time utility by preserving the goods till they are demanded. तो अगर if the goods are being demanded in the market और market में उतना प्रोडक्शन नहीं है तो they will give the order to release it from the warehouse. तो when there is a proper time, जब proper time आता है goods निकालने का warehouse से, at that time only the goods will come out of the warehouse. So that is called as time utility. It also creates place utility by providing the goods at the place when they are required. So also warehouse जो है वो place utility, it creates a place utility. When? Because when there is a need, when there is a need for the customers, at that place the warehouse persons will come, they will remove the product, they will remove the goods and they will supply it to the place that is being demanded and which is required. And now we have the last point, that is processing. Certain commodities are not consumed in form as they are produced. Processing is required to make them consumable. Example, paddy is polished, fruits are ripened. So sometimes warehouse undertakes such activities on behalf of the owners. So for example, if you have a business of mangoes, so we take, there is a warehouse of a mango fruit, but mangoes as it is been plucked from the tree we cannot go and sell. तो कैरी होती है, कैरी की then it slowly turns into the yellow color, then it becomes consumable for eating, then we can consume that. So all of this, that is from the production to making that product consumable, to making the product to eat, this is being done by the warehouse. It is being done on behalf of the owner, the warehouse persons, they do it. So this was it with the functions of warehouse. Now let us move further to the types of warehouse. On page number 79 itself, there are various types of warehouse. So the types of warehouse are as follows: private warehouse, you have public warehouse, bounded warehouse, duty paid warehouse, government warehouses, cooperative warehouse and cold storage warehouse. So let's move on to the first one, which is private warehouses. The private warehouses are owned and operated by big manufacturers and merchants to fulfill their own storage needs. तो ये जो private, the word private only says कि to have ownership to oneself. So private warehouses are very big warehouses that the manufacturers have for their personal use. खुद के लिए वो लोग सामान स्टोर करके रखते हैं in their private warehouse. So that is called as private warehouse for their own personal need. For example, here we can take the example of Reliance, which is private, Tata, which is private. So they have their big warehouses just been preserved for themselves only. Big business firm which need large storage capacity on a regular basis and who can afford money construct and maintain their private warehouses. So the big business firms that has been there, जो वो warehouse का खर्चा निकाल सकते हैं, they have lot of money, they can maintain, they can build the warehouse, so they are the private warehouses. A big manufacturer or wholesaler may have a network of his own warehouse in different part of the country. तो जो बड़े बड़े बिजनेसमैन होते हैं, बड़े बड़े जो होल सेलर्स होते हैं, वो लोग के पास बहुत सारे वेयर हाउसेस होते हैं डिपेंडिंग कि वो लोग का लोकेशंस किधर है. सो दिस वाज द प्राइवेट वेयर हाउस. नाउ वी हैव द सेकंड वन, दैट इज द पब्लिक वेयर हाउस. Public warehouse, as the name suggests, it is to the general public. So, a public warehouse is a specialized business establishment that provides storage facilities to the general public for a certain charge. तो ये जो public warehouse होते हैं, they give a place to store, but in return they have to pay something. They will be charged. They will have to pay money for that. It may be owned and operated by an individual or a cooperative society. So ये जो public warehouse होते हैं वो एक आदमी का होता है, that is एक individual, एक person का भी हो सकता है, या फिर it can be of a cooperative societies. It work under a license from the government in accordance with the prescribed rules and regulations. So government ने जो rules and regulations set किए हैं, this warehouse has to follow that rules and regulations. Public warehouses provide storage facilities to small manufacturers and traders at low cost. तो ये जो public warehouses है वो लोग स्मॉल जो रिटेलर्स होते हैं, स्मॉल मैन्युफैक्चरर्स होते हैं, जो स्मॉल ट्रेडर्स होते हैं, वो लोग को भी इट इज़ बीन बेनिफिटेड, बिकॉज ये जो वेयर हाउसेस है पब्लिक वेयर हाउस वो लोग को बेनिफिट करती है. दीज वेयर हाउसेस आर वेल कंस्ट्रक्टेड एंड गार्डेड राउंड द क्लॉक टू एंश्योर सेफ कस्टडी ऑफ गुड्स. सो ये जो पब्लिक वेयर हाउसेस होती है दैट इज़ बीन very safe. It is very safe to keep the goods in the warehouse. Public warehouses are generally located near the junctions of railway, highways and waterways. So ये जो warehouses होते हैं वो लोग का locations रेलवे स्टेशन के पास या फिर waterways के पास या फिर highways, state highways के पास ही होते हैं. तो नज़दीक के ही एरिया में public warehouses पाए जाते हैं. Now to page number 80, the third point, that is bounded warehouses. Bounded warehouses are licensed by the government to accept imported goods for storage until the payment of the custom duty. So these bounded warehouses, they are usually found in the waterways. So until the custom duty is not being paid, they will not get their goods. These warehouses work under the control of the custom authorities. तो custom authorities जो main person होते हैं, under that control only all these warehouses they have to work. The warehouse keeper is required to give an undertaking or bond that it will not allow the goods to be removed without the consent of the custom authorities. So only when the custom authorities will give the approval to remove the goods from this warehouse, then only it will get removed. But if acceptance is not been given by the custom authorities, then the goods will be in the bounded warehouse itself. The goods are held in bond and cannot be withdrawn without paying the custom duty. So payment of the custom duty here is very important. आपने पे किया custom duty, then you can take the goods. But custom duty ही नहीं पे किया तो आपको आपका goods नहीं मिलेगा. If an importer is unable or unwilling to pay custom duty immediately after the arrival of the goods, he can store the goods in a bounded warehouse. बट अगर कोई ट्रेडर, अगर कोई इम्पोर्टर तुरंत ही पैसा नहीं दे रहा है तो वो टाइम टिल द टाइम ही पेज द कस्टम ड्यूटीज़, जो उसके गुड्स है वो एक वेयर हाउस में जाएगा एंड दैट वेयर हाउस इज कॉल्ड एज द बाउंडेड वेयर हाउस. He can withdraw the goods in installment by paying the custom duty proportionately. तो अगर वो installment में money दे रहा है तो installment में only he will get the goods, but only after paying the custom duty the goods he will get his goods back. Then we have the fourth one, that is duty paid warehouse. If an importer faces any problem in transportation of goods After making payment of duty, then goods can be stored at a duty paid warehouse. So अगर importer को उसके transportation, goods के transportation में problem आ रही है, दिक्कत आ रही है, तो उसने कस्टम ड्यूटी भी भरा बट स्टिल ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, तो उसका जो गुड्स है वो एक ड्यूटी पेड वेयर हाउस में वो लोग शिफ्ट कर देंगे. All duty paid warehouses are public warehouses which are available to the importers. So ये जो warehouse है that is duty paid warehouse, it is also a type of a public warehouse ही है वो. Duty paid warehouses help the importer as proper care of goods is taken. Processing of goods can be done like sorting, repacking etc. तो अगर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम आता है और पार्सल यहाँ का वहाँ या फिर प्रॉपरली पैक नहीं हो जाता है तो वो ख़राब हो जाता है, तो ड्यूटी पेड वेयर हाउसेस उसका प्रॉपरली वो लोग ध्यान रखते हैं. और अगर मिस पैकेजिंग या फिर इट इज़ नॉट बीन पैक्ड प्रॉपरली, सॉर्टिंग नहीं किया है गुड्स का, तो ड्यूटी पेड वेयर हाउस वो काम कर देता है. Such warehouses are more useful for re-export of the goods. These are located near port and dock areas. So this warehouse, that is duty paid warehouse, are located near the waterways. It can be like ships, it can be launches where the goods are being taken. Then we have the fifth one, that is government warehouses. These warehouses are owned, managed and controlled by the central and the state government or the public authorities. So as the name suggests, government warehouses, तो ये जो warehouse है वो completely under the control of the state and the central government ही होता है. It is difficult for small farmers, businessmen, traders to own a warehouse. So these government warehouse assist them in storing their goods at nominal charges. So किसान है, फार्मर्स है या फिर छोटे छोटे बिजनेसमैन है, छोटे छोटे जो ट्रेडर्स है जो हाई अमाउंट ऑफ कस्टम ड्यूटी नहीं पे कर सकते दूसरे वेयर हाउस को, तो वो लोग गवर्नमेंट वेयर हाउसेस में वो लोग का सामान रखते हैं और एक मिनिमम चार्ज रहता है, एक नॉमिनल फ़ी रहता है जो वो लोग को देना पड़ता है गवर्नमेंट को. सेंट्रल वेयर हाउसिंग कॉरपोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया, स्टेट वेयर हाउसिंग कॉरपोरेशन एंड फूड कॉरपोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया are having warehouses across different state and country. तो ये जो सारे warehouses है वो सारे के सारे government warehouses है और वो country and state में it is distributed and it is there in all of the India. Then we have the sixth one, that is cooperative warehouses. These warehouses are owned, managed and controlled by cooperative societies. देखो, as the name is their cooperative warehouse, so this warehouse it is owned also, managed और उसका पूरा control is under the cooperative societies. They mainly provide warehousing facilities at most economical rates. तो ये जो cooperative warehouse है इसके भी charges बहुत ही nominal और बहुत ही सस्ते होते हैं. These type of warehouses are very useful for farmers and traders and general public. तो even this cooperative warehouse farmers के लिए benefit करेंगे, छोटे छोटे traders है, छोटे छोटे businessmen है या फिर जो general public है, तो it will prove helpful for them as well. So for example also we have Maharashtra cooperative warehouse, we have Karnataka warehouses, we have who looks after the farmers, the storage of the goods of the farmers, also small traders. Then we have the last one, that is the seventh one, is cold storage warehouses. Now as the name suggests, cold storage matlab thanda, cold storage warehouses. So cold storage warehouses provide facilities for perishable commodities like fruits, flowers, vegetables, dairy products etc. तो ये कोल्ड स्टोरेज वेयर हाउसेस है वो पेरिशेबल गुड्स के लिए ही स्पेशली वेयर हाउसेस वो लोग बनाते हैं. सो पेरिशेबल गुड्स मतलब जो ऐसे गुड्स होते हैं वो जल्दी से ख़राब हो जाते हैं, लाइक दूध हुआ, मिल्क इज़ देयर, वेजिटेबल सब्जी, फल है, एग्स है, ब्रेड है, फ्लावर्स है. तो टू स्टोर दैट फॉर लिटिल लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम देयर इज़ अ वेयर हाउस दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज द कोल्ड स्टोरेज वेयर हाउसेस. In cold storage warehouse, goods are stored and refrigerated refrigerated at very low temperature so as to preserve them and use them in future. तो ये कोल्ड स्टोरेज में, ये बड़े बड़े रेफ्रिजरेटर्स में वो लोग जो वेयर हाउस कीपर होते हैं, दे स्टोर दिस एट अ वेरी मिनिमम टेम्परेचर. इट कैन इवन बी इन -1, -2, so depending. For example, if we have we eat burgers of McDonald's, then also the burger patty is being stored at a very low temperature if you see in the refrigerator. So similarly with the case of these perishable food items also, like we have vegetables, dairy products and fruits, they are also stored in the fridge at a very low temperature. International trade has become possible due to these warehouses. So only when there is a cold storage warehouse, international givings and storage of the goods has also been taken place with the help of cold storage warehouse. So this is it with our today's video, which was warehousing, meaning, definition, features and the types of warehousing. Stay tuned for our next educational video on 12th ISTIC. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe also to my channel 12th ISTIC. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you. Bye-bye.